just because it's getting warm outside and some of your cool weather crops are beginning to bolt, go to seed, put flower heads on, that's not a necessary indication that you need to immediately extract them out of your garden. Now this all depends on how much space you have available that you're growing in. Now why wouldn't you just go ahead and pull the plants out when it's getting a seed pod on, much like this leaf lettuce here is. In our leaf lettuce bed, we've already incorporated sweet corn in the bed, so as this lettuce becomes bitter and starts to go to bolt, we already have another crop in there. It's kind of intercropping. But why wouldn't you just go ahead and rip this lettuce out, throw in the compost pile, and be done with it? Well, because this will produce a very nice flower, as well as thousands and thousands of lettuce seeds. Now, if you're into the seed saving practice, why is this beneficial to you? Because this plant has adapted to your environment, your garden, your growing conditions, the soil. These seeds are more apt to grow better in your particular garden than if you would go buy seeds somewhere else. They've been climatized because of the conditions they've been grown in. So that might be a reason that you want to not immediately extract them out of your garden. Same thing with the radishes here. They've got pretty little purple flowers on them. They're going to have seed pods on, which are edible, as well as hundreds and hundreds of seeds. And this way you can, again, save the seeds, and the seeds are climatized to your particular growing environment, and they will actually do better than potentially some other seeds you may purchase. Now, you don't have to save seeds, but this may be a reason why you don't want to pull them up. Now, if you're in no concern or no practice of saving seeds and you just buy new seeds every year, by all means, you can go ahead and rip these up, put in a compost pile, plant something else in the spot. Onions, on the other hand, they will, this is a second year onion. These are, onions and leeks are biannual. We'll talk about leeks in a moment. This onion came up this year. We moved it over to our onion bed. What's going to happen is this is going to open up to a massive flower about the size of a tennis ball. It's going to turn white. There's going to be bees around it, and then as it dries, there are going to be thousands of little black seeds. That's your onion seeds. Now, this particular onion will not store well, even if it puts a bulb on. You may get some that put these flower heads on that first year. Again, you're going to have to use them right away. They're not going to store at all. You can save the seeds on the onions and leeks. They last about 1 year. You can get good germination out of. But that's the reason, that's what's happening with that one. It's because it's going to seed, and if there is a bulb on it, you can go ahead and eat that bulb, but it's not going to store well. Let's go take a look at some leeks that we had from last year. We moved up to the high end for this very reason. Now, these are leeks that we had brought over at the beginning of the growing season that had came back from our harsh winter. Same procedure. These are going to put on a big flower head. These are similar to a scape on a garlic, and they're going to have thousands and thousands of seeds that we can potentially replant or start next year. Now, if you're in the food forest type of growing practice, you can just let these go to seed and then they'll seed themselves. Now, they won't be perfectly spaced by no means, but you can rebuild and rebuild and rebuild your leek or onion bed that way. One more thing is bok choy is a very sensitive cool weather plant, and that's what we're going to look at. Bok choy is an Asian green, and you can see by the yellow flowers, it's going to seed as well. It's a very cool weather plant, and we're going to let that go to seed to capture some seeds. Cilantro will do the same thing, and these are just some of the things that are going to seed in our garden. You can see what's going to seed in your garden and decide whether or not you want to save those seeds because they are more climatized to your growing conditions than anybody else's.
For more information, please visit thewisconsinvegetablegardener.com.